rearranging formulas. So this is easy stuff for algebra. When you're learning algebra, this is something you need to know. Very, very easy. So let's just start off straight away. So if we want m on its own, then simply we're going to be doing the opposite of this. So the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So we're going to divide by a from both sides, leaving us with m equals f divided by a. Nice and easy. For this one, area equals a half base times height. So for this one, simply the first thing you need to do is always multiply out your fractions, get rid of the fractions. It makes the question so much easier to handle. So I'm going to times everything by 2. So obviously this will be a bracket. So we have 2a equals base times height. Now we just want the h on its own. So if we want h on its own, we're going to divide by b. So divide both sides by b, we have 2a divided by base. Nice and easy. Now this is a SUVAT example. So for those of you doing higher, this may be necessary. And especially if you go into your mathematics A levels, you'll need to know this. So you've got S equals U times T plus a half of A times T squared. Now, first thing, obviously, we're going to get rid of the fraction. So I'm going to times everything by 2. So 2S equals 2 UT plus AT squared. Now, this is where we use our reverse business. So the first thing I'm going to do is take away. So 2s minus 2ut. Now this can be written as 2s minus ut. Your call, doesn't matter too much. Equals at squared. Now we don't need to do any addition, don't need to do any multiplication. We just need to do division. So that's what we do next. So now we're dividing by t squared. So for this one, we're just going to divide both sides by t squared. Now this can be written as 2 divided by t squared times s minus ut, or you can write it as t times s minus ut, all that divided by t squared. You'll get the same answer. Don't worry too much about how you're writing it. Now, moving on to the harder questions. This is where things change. Those of you doing foundation, you don't need to know this. This is strictly higher, although this is good practice for both foundation and higher. So for this one, there's a bit more to do and a bit more to know. What to do, when to do it, etc. So the first thing to do, obviously, we're going to get rid of this fraction. No one likes the fractions. So we have 2 n plus 7n equals m minus 1. Now, with this formula, let me make this a bit clearer. It's a bit difficult to know what to do, but it kind of comes with practice. So when you get a question like this in higher, you're usually getting a factoring question. There's going to be, you need to do some factorizing, and that's what you need to remember when you get a question like this. It will be towards the end of the test. So that's when you know, oh, okay, there's probably going to be more to it. So I should know that a factorizing sort of component will be in this. So this is where we need to think, right, how can I factor? What can I factor? So we want n by itself. So we need to get rid of the n's. So to get n by itself, let's bring the n's together. So 2m n plus 7n minus m equals -1. Right, let's get rid of this 7n now. So 2mn minus m equals 7n minus 1. That's -7. Now, We can then factorize this. So we have 2 brackets, n brackets 2n minus 1, because obviously n times 2n equals 2mn, and then n times minus 1 equals minus 1. And that equals minus 7n minus 1. Now, to get our final answer, we can just do n equals minus 7n minus 1, all divided by minus 2n plus 1. This question is a very tricky one and comes with a lot of practice to kind of get used to, but it's not as hard as it comes across. So, we're making u the subject. So obviously the first thing we're going to do, let's times everything by a. So we have 13 equals a over b minus 1 minus a over u. Let's times everything by b minus 1. So we have 13 times b minus 1 equals a minus a times b minus 1 all over u. Let's times everything by u now. So 13 times b minus 1 times u equals au minus a times b minus 1. Okay. Now we have, let's just say 13u to make it easier to follow, times b minus 1 equals au minus a times b minus 1. Okay, now, once again, as before, our focus is the u. So, we need to have the u's on the same side to be able to have a factorizing. So, we're going to bring this over. 13u times b minus 1 equals, minus au equals minus a times b minus 1. Now, here's where the factorizer comes in. So, if I were to just move the u's around, because I can just say u would be here, or it's the same thing, although not mathematically correct, it is the same. It would make it easier, but what I'm trying to say here is all this can be a multiple of u, and this is a multiple of u. So, because they're both multiples of u, I can say u times 13 times b minus 1 minus a equals minus a b minus 1. Now I can then divide by this big ugly equation. So u equals minus a b minus 1 all divided by 13 times b minus 1 minus a. So now that we've got this, we can then get our final answer, which we need to expand our brackets. So we have u equals minus ab minus a, or positive a, as it's a negative times negative, all divided by 13b minus 13 minus a. And that's our final answer there.